everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. A lot of you have been asking to see the inside of the RV. You wanted a tour. My husband is out right now taking care of a leaky tire on the little tow behind car we have. I want to thank Brian for diagnosing that for me. Christine's husband, I just spent some time with them this morning from Jelly Rolls to go. And I had a little tire notification that I had some low pressure, and he introduced himself as a mechanic, and I said, "Oh, do you have an air compressor?" And he was so sweet, so sweet. So he went ahead and took care of that for me so I could get back here safely, and now Keith is out taking care of that. I thought I would go ahead and take you around and show you the RV and show you some storage solutions that we use. Keith and I have been RVing since about 2004, and just right after we got married in 01, and then in 2002, we started talking about it, and then in 04 we bought our first RV. It was a 26-foot trail light bumper pull, and we absolutely loved it. It had one little slide. And then our next RV was a 34-foot Montana fifth wheel, and we really enjoyed that one. But at that time, right after we purchased that, we were starting to get into the life of riding around on motorcycles. And so he wanted a toy hauler. And we ended up buying, in 2008, we bought a Raptor, Keystone Raptor toy hauler. That was our first one. In 2014, we bought our second one. It had a much larger garage, a longer garage, and a back porch that folded out and all that, all the bells and whistles. And now we sold the motorcycles, and he wanted a motorhome, a Class A motorhome, and he wanted a diesel. So this is what they call a diesel pusher, and it is you drive it, and it has a Freightliner frame. And we happened to stumble into this a couple of months ago, and we are still figuring out all the buttons and whatnot, but we are really enjoying it. Right now we are in Colorado Springs. We are up here to visit my son and daughter-in-law and my grandchildren, and we are on our way all the way to Idaho to Reb's Fab Stash with a pit stop at Kimberbell in Logan, Utah. So there's a lot of traveling that we're doing in this, and we are absolutely loving it. So let me take you around and show you how I have it organized and how we are living in it, and I hope you enjoy this. So here is the cab. When you first come in, we've got the chairs turned around. They're nice, big captain's chairs, and mine has a foot recliner that comes out, and it lays back a little bit, and they're very comfortable. The leather is buttery soft. We absolutely love it. This is a 2011 Winnebago Tour. And this is the cockpit right here. It still has gauges because it is a 2011. And I'll show you down here are all the auto levelers and all of that, and drive, neutral, and reverse. So it's pretty cool. Pretty easy. I've driven it, and it's pretty simple to drive. And right now we have the sunshade down. That's not our car. And we are at Garden of the Gods RV Resort. Then we have all these cabinets up here. And if you notice, everything looks pretty much the same. Right here is where all of the DVD and all of the electronics are for all the TVs in the house. Listen to me. And then this is another panel right here that has got speakers. That's exterior stuff. There's the satellite and all of that. Motorized antenna, everything. Okay. And this couch opens up into both of these will recline right here, and then the foot part will come out, and there's another cushion up under there that opens up, and you can get a couple of grandkids on there comfortably. And then this arm right here slides out, so it kind of turns into a queen size bed, just about. And on this side we have the fireplace and TV One in the living area, and there's another recliner. I do a lot of computing right there, And up here, I took labels and with my label maker. So this is the DVDs, here are all my sprays. And then in these are tubs that are labeled that say the same thing. And that's been very helpful to keep everything straightened out. Like here are the chargers and the remotes. There's the drone, so all the electronics are together, that kind of thing. So that's been very handy. It's starting to rain. I hope it's not too noisy in here. So down here we just have some other cabinets. There is a table that pulls up from out of there that you can eat on. And I have all of our chargers here. There's a power strip, and I've got a multi-USB charger right here, and this is where we charge the phones. Down here, that Lori Holt bag is carrying, that's all my tech equipment. And there's my laptop. There's some fabric I'm gonna make a bag from that I got from Christine. It's called Moda Tuppence. It's very nice. I can't wait to make that up. And Christine also made me this gorgeous table runner out of the Eliza line that I'm gonna make the quilt for the bed. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I just absolutely love that. That's just gorgeous, and it works perfectly in this RV. So this table will slide back in. There's actually a leaf right here that comes out, and then this slides in and it stows that way for travel. And over here we have dog food, and my sewing machine is, there's Miss Texas down under there. And all of my sewing stuff is in this cabinet right here. I've got my quilter's cut and press. There's a ruler, so I've got all of my sewing things in that cabinet. And there is a plug under here, so I can just sit right here and sew, and that's really nice. In my kitchen, I just love this kitchen. It's perfect for what I need it for. And it looks like it doesn't have a whole lot of counter space, but this part right here pulls out, and this leaf extends, and it gives me a lot of counter space right there. And that came in very handy last night when we had spaghetti with the grandkids. And I have a Keurig, and Christine made this beautiful towel for me. And here I have labeled everything here. So I have coffee and spices and Avocare. Keith likes his spork and that kind of thing. And then inside I have the clear bins with labels on them to say what is what. And that's been very handy. A thing when you travel in an RV is you don't want anything floating loose. And a matter of fact, the Pam will go into the cooking spray bin when we get ready to go, and I'll stow it away. And we keep his bullet blender up here. We have a mini one. This is a microwave and convection oven there, and then there is a stovetop, and that's it. There is not an oven like we have always had in my previous RVs. So I'm getting used to having a convection oven and working with it. That's where I keep all my bread and everything, and then an Instant Pot, and that has the air fryer top to it that's down under the sink. I love an Instant Pot in the RV because I can whip up a big batch of spaghetti sauce and it doesn't heat up the place with the gas, and so I really enjoy that. And while this piece right here, this is actually already, it has little partitions in it for silverware, but it works best for us for what we would call not, you know, a junk drawer, but that's where the scissors go, the Sharpies, a flashlight, any little thing we need to get to right away, that's what we keep in there. Down here I have all of my foil and saran wraps and a few napkins and picnic table cover clips. And then down here I have my Ziplocs and my label maker, and these are my chalk labels, but all my Ziplocs and baggies are in this box, this bottom drawer. And I ended up using this drawer for my flatware and utensils. So that's where I keep everything right here. And then I have a drawer divider, and that's where I keep all the big utensils back there. And a viewer made me that. I just love this. And then in this drawer, I have all of my extra towels and pot holders and trivets and that kind of thing. Viewer Linda made all of this for me, which I love. And then down here are my pots and pans and whatnot. A nice deep drawer, and it works great. And my extra racks for the Instant Pot. And under here, of course, kitchen stuff. There's a towel rack that came with it. I bought this. This is a sliding rack, and I absolutely love this. I can pull this out. I'll link to this below. I think it's just wonderful, and that way I don't have to get down on my hands and knees and dig for things, trash bags and that type of thing. And then under here, there are extra plastic bags. That is a draining mat for my dishes. And there is extra water under here, and the Instapot rides right there when we are on the road. And then this has a water filter underneath. And the sink has filtered water that I use all the time. So this is my kitchen, and I really, really like it. In here, plastic cups. This is where I keep all the paper things, my coffee cups. And then in here are plastic dishes, soup mugs, and Yeti cups, that kind of thing. That's where I keep all of that. These get stowed before we travel so that they don't go anywhere. Everything gets stowed away. So that's the kitchen, and I really enjoy being in it, and it's very easy to work in, and it's very efficient. Behind me is a full residential refrigerator and some dog food and a dog. That's Harley. I really, really enjoy this fridge with the ice maker and all of that. It's wonderful. We use it, ice maker, ice dispenser. And then this, let me turn these lights on. This is where I keep, this is like the pantry right here. So, and I labeled everything so that my husband and I can find it. And I have extra stuff in here. So there's my strainer and my odd plastic things. There are my cooking pans, you know, and pizza stone. And then here I keep pasta and crackers and, you know, just extra little straps and stuff for travel. And my mixing bowls are back there in the back. And my, I don't know if you can see it, there's my coffee maker, Coletti coffee maker, my percolator. And then down here is where I keep, these are my seasonings. Keep everything in here. And this is my canned goods, peanut butter, canned chicken, soups. And here is ramen. We like a good chicken ramen. And then down here is where I have the food saver and all the bags for that. And that is my pantry. And it's plenty big, and I really enjoy it. And before we go into the bedroom area, off the kitchen, we have a half bath, which we really enjoy. We turn the lights on. And the neat thing about these bathrooms in this unit is it has a water saver for the flush. So you have light water or a lot of water. So depending on what your business is, that allows you to save some water. And right here, it has a little gauge and tells you how full your black tank is. So that's really nice. And the black tank contains sewage. RVs will have black tanks and gray tanks. And then down under here, there's a button for the water pump. So you can turn the water pump on while you're on the road if you're not connected to water. So that's really nice. And in here is the bedroom. I love these closets. We have the same amount of closet space, which is unusual. Usually one side has more than the other in most RVs. And these are really nice because when you open up the closet, a light comes on. And that is so handy to have a lit closet. And then you have, I put, you know, his t-shirts and stuff in here. And then down here, there are shorts and socks and things like that. And we keep a floor fan just for white noise when we sleep. And this, we have of course a DVD player and everything for the bedroom with radio. And then this is the hamper in here, and a couple of drawers, which are nice. We don't really use. And this is this area has a light, so that's handy. And then there's a button right here to press up, and a TV comes up out. So that's very nice. That'll go all the way up and all the way back down. And then we have my closet. So that's nice to have too, all lit. Very nice. Lots of space, and really enjoy that. And then my other clothes are in those drawers. And this entire piece, the bedroom, the refrigerator, the dining room, all the way out to the fireplace, is one 35-foot slide. It's a single slide right there. And the second slide is the kitchen and the couch in the living room. And I just love this door right here that separates the living from the sleeping quarters. Very, very nice. And then this door right here, this is where we keep, this is all of our gauges and slide in and out and air conditioner and all that. Okay, and there's my central vac, and I love this thing. It's great. So as soon as I plug the hose into this, the central vac cuts on, or if I'm sweeping, I can sweep right to this and just touch this, and it'll come on, and it'll go off, and my dog will run away. This bed right here is a king size, and it is a sleep number bed. They call it Ideal Rest, and it's really nice. We each have our own controllers, you can see that. And when we're traveling, the bed actually goes up, and it kind of bends in the middle and goes all the way up to the top of the headboard, almost like a lounging bed, and then the slide will come in the bed. Lots more storage up there. And a pretty ceiling fan, very nice. Okay, and it has lights with another sleeping dog, and it has lights down here which are great at night, so you don't trip when you're going up if you have to have a break in the middle of the night. And we have electric plugs on both sides, his and hers, which is nice. I can keep my my Nook. That's not a Nook, that's a Kindle. I can keep my Kindle charged. I used to have a Nook. And then here's the master bath. And when you step in, of course, you have the commode. And again, number one, number two flushes, which is nice to save water. And this is a washer and dryer. There's the dryer on top, right there. They work fabulously. I love them. I've done 7 or 8 loads of wash now. And I'm doing 2 t-shirts, 2 pairs of shorts, some underwear, socks, that kind of thing. They work great. The dryer works great. The washer runs a 30-minute cycle. The dryer, everything's dry in an hour. It's great. And in here, of course, the medicine cabinets, that's all our personals. I have in here, I put a storage rack in here to give me some additional shelving space. Those are our pool towels, additional towels, and whatnot, storage up there. I'm not a fan of big, tall, vertical storage. This looks like it could have held for hanging clothes, but we don't use this for laundry. We use the hamper and the master. And then here's another access to the water pump if you need it. And then under here, again, everything is stowed. And here's all my hair stuff. And I like using the Tide Pods for laundry and then dryer sheets. And everything is fine. And there's a first aid kit back in there and extra paper. And then in the shower, we've got plenty of hooks for towels. And then it's a stand-up shower, and it has a seat. Standard shower with a nice little skylight, and it has a seat. And then I got a caddy like this. I had Keith drill some holes in the bottom of it, and that's all of our shampoos and body washes and all of that kind of thing. So, and over here on this side in the living room, we have koozies, and I have a thing called Casino, and that has all of our casino cards and my fanny packs, and then I have a thing full of koozies up there. See, everything has a place, everything in its place. We have fuses, tools, and batteries. So fuses, tools, and bats. And so these are just little odd things. And I got a battery box to stow all the batteries so we can easily see what we have and what we don't have and what we need to get. There's all the fuses, some duct tape, another flashlight. It's just stuff you never know when you're gonna need. And these drawers are out of an old storage thing that we don't have anymore. Up here we have shopping bags and games and extra appliances, like over here I have the blender and a toaster. So I'll keep that up in there, and pictures and that kind of thing, but rarely used appliances. Okay, and there's my Lori Holt Good Morning mugs wall hanging. And I do not remember the name of this quilt. It was hanging up in Port Lavaca before it's a quilt. And same goes for this one. And I think they're Villa Rosa designs, but I've looked at the pattern and I can't find out which one it was. These are quilts I made years ago. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. This is our home away from home. We'll talk to you soon. Go sew something. Bye.